What was the one that you went, wow?
There were actually a lot of them. I mean, for example, you know, when I saw the first newspaper clip of LeBron, one of the things I did, Dan, in the beginning was get subscriptions to the Akron Beacon Journal and the Cleveland Plain Dealer, and I read every single story that had ever been written about LeBron. The first thing I found was a story that was like 2 paragraphs, and it was LeBron's first Pee Wee football game in Akron that was actually reported in the paper, and he scored like a few touchdowns. And I just thought, wow, this is remarkable. A lot of people played Pee Wee football, they're not in the newspaper.
Yeah.
But you could almost see that early that this kid was different than everybody else. And I thought the first time he met Michael Jordan really jumped out to me as a fascinating moment, because by that time, LeBron had agreed to keep a journal for this up-and-coming magazine called Slam. And I was reading all those journal entries that LeBron wrote. I thought it was fascinating that he wrote a journal. People don't remember or know that. But he wrote a really great journal entry after meeting Michael Jordan for the first time. And that happened in Chicago in the summer between his sophomore and junior year of high school. He was there playing in an AAU tournament. Maverick Carter was coaching him, and they got invited in this tournament in between games to go to Jordan's gym. Jordan's retired at this point, hasn't come back to play for the Wizards yet, and LeBron gets to go to the gym where his idol works out. And after that short visit, the guy who had invited them said, you ought to come back at the end of the summer, and you can stay at my house and you could work out at the gym. LeBron gets permission from his mom to do that. He comes back and he goes to the gym, and there's a bunch of guys from the NBA like Jerry Stackhouse and Antoine Walker, and all these guys that would come back in the offseason and work out at Jordan's gym. They're all there playing. And LeBron gets to go on the floor and run with them. I mean, think about it. He's going into his junior year of high school. He's running around with these guys. And I called that chapter A Different Floor, because when LeBron got on the floor, same size as his high school floor, but doesn't look it. With these giants, when they extend their arms, play defense, there's no passing lanes, there's no driving lanes anymore. But the really important thing was, first of all, these guys saw this kid could actually create his own shots and score against them as an incoming high school junior. And then even more importantly, when LeBron was leaving that last day of being there, when they're walking out of hoops, Jordan pulls in. And that's the moment where LeBron and Michael meet for the first time. And this is really important because Michael invites him back inside. And by this time, Michael has decided he is going to come back and play, but he hasn't announced it yet. So the public doesn't know it. He knows it. He takes LeBron inside his private gym, and they talk for about 15 minutes. He doesn't give him any advice, but he gives him his cell phone number. And this is, to me, it's a pivotal moment for LeBron James, because the next day, LeBron goes to his first day of his junior year of high school. And when he shows up, he's got Michael's number in his back pocket. And if you fast forward 5 months, Grant Wall from Sports Illustrated is going to walk into LeBron's locker room at the high school, and he's got about 15 seconds to pitch LeBron on the idea of letting him profile him for the magazine. And his pitch is, I know you're going to Cleveland tonight with your friends to watch Michael play against the Cavaliers. Can I drive you? And that chapter's called Get in the Car, because LeBron makes a decision in that moment without consulting any adults or his parent to get in Grant Wall's car. And when they get there that night, Michael comes out after the game to talk to LeBron in the tunnel. And Grant Wall is observing LeBron talk to Michael like a friend. It's only been since the previous summer that they met. Yeah. But Michael now knows LeBron's mother, knows her by name, asks how she's doing. LeBron tells him she's down in New Orleans. And Grant's just going, wow, look at the way this kid, he is a kid, is carrying on with the greatest athlete of our time. To me, when you see those kind of moments, those are shaping instances where you're seeing the growth and evolution of a young man who's going to become the next great